One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness.
Me! I must appease him with the gift of a man. Come to me! I must take you to the North West. No, take him! No! Take them! Don't eat me! I'm sure that you will be fine.
Why did Jeffrey Epstein purchase 330 gallons of sulfuric acid in 2018? Well, he damn well wasn't cleaning his pool. Sulfuric acid is a highly corrosive chemical that can be used to melt bone and destroy biological.
More emails about torture, and these coded conversations still have a very clear topic that torture was big. It was a big driver for them, and these were sick people doing very, very sick things.
They dismembered them. They cut up their intestines, and they took the feces out, and they ate it. There's a 16-year-old girl. She had some diary entries written in code about her experiences being and impregnated by Epstein. They forced her to carry that baby to term, and they let her keep the baby for a few minutes. Then they came in, took the baby away, ripped it away from this, and they did who knows.
So Mel Gibson was right all along.
Insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track. With a lot of this.
Across the internet, buried in old clips and late-night posts, there are viral moments where stars like Chrissy Teigen and Jimmy Fallon laugh about dark obsessions as if it's just another joke for the timeline. The industry kept telling us whistleblowers were the villains, painting voices like Mel Gibson as unstable while the real monsters hid in plain sight. Smiling on red carpets, we applauded. Now his longtime friend Terrence Howard is reportedly warning him to stay alert, to lock his doors, to watch every shadow, because whispers say powerful people want him quiet again. They tried to bury his career once and failed. And with fresh attention around the Jeffrey Epstein documents reviving the stories he's been telling for years, insiders claim the danger is circling back like a storm that never really left. For decades, rumors about secret ceremonies and hidden gatherings have haunted Hollywood's edges, and Mel has insisted he's seen enough to know the nightmare is real. In 2018, he quietly poured millions into executive producing Sound of Freedom, a film built around the horror of trafficking rings allegedly protected by elites with money and power. The story unfolds in Honduras, where a desperate father, Roberto Aguilar, is seduced by a glamorous stranger named Giselle, a fallen beauty queen promising hope, promising cash, promising opportunity if his children Miguel and Rocio pose for a modeling shoot. Hunger makes people trust miracles, and he agrees, believing it's their escape. Then everything shatters. The children vanish into a pipeline of exploitation, baited by contracts and lies that feel hauntingly familiar to anyone who has followed industry rumors. The film shows a web stretching across continents, a machinery of cruelty connecting cities and secrets, a darkness hiding behind polished doors. Audiences packed theaters, the box office numbers climbed, and yet Mel insisted profit meant nothing to him. He said he backed the project because he had met victims, heard their stories, seen fear in their eyes, and couldn't stay silent anymore. Studios wouldn't touch the script, investors backed away, doors slammed shut. So he stepped in alone, risking reputation and fortune, convinced that if even one person woke up to what might be happening behind the cameras, the fight would be worth it.
The most disturbing problems in our world today is human and particularly Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness.
But when the film first dropped, most viewers never grasped the nightmare it was hinting at. Even after the Jeffrey Epstein revelation shook headlines, many still look the other way, pretending the storm isn't already at their door. Supporters of Mel Gibson claim the warnings he buried inside Sound of Freedom echoed things Epstein himself bragged about in private circles, stories of elites abusing power while hiding behind wealth and connections. They point to records showing suspicious purchases and timelines that fueled conspiracy theories, including reports about large quantities of industrial chemicals delivered to Epstein around the same period investigators were building cases against him. To believers, it looked like a shadowy cleanup operation. To skeptics, it was speculation without proof. Either way, it ignited whispers about a cover-up so chilling it refuses to die. Then came the emails circulating online, fragments twisted into something even darker. Some claimed they revealed grotesque fantasies attributed to Epstein, lines so disturbing they spread across forums like wildfire, though many analysts warned about missing context and altered screenshots. Still, the damage was done, and the spotlight swung back toward old controversies involving Chrissy Teigen, whose deleted tweets from years earlier resurfaced, sparking outrage and rumors about hidden meanings. Critics pointed to jokes they found disturbing, insisting they proved something sinister, while others argued they were tasteless attempts at shock humor blown out of proportion. Screenshots flew everywhere, people dissected every word, and the internet turned into a courtroom without a judge. One tweet in particular kept getting reposted, dissected, twisted, and weaponized, as if it held the key to secrets no one could fully prove, but millions suddenly couldn't stop talking about. Seeing girls do the splits half-loaded is just I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. I just saw like a corn star. Like a trashy do-anything corn star. Is this wrong to think I am going to jail over pizza? Back then, most people assumed the pizza these celebrities joked about was exactly what it sounded like, the same cheesy slice you grabbed from Domino's on a lazy night. But conspiracy circles insisted the word was a code, something darker hiding behind something ordinary. Long before the Jeffrey Epstein records exploded across headlines, online forums were already spinning theories about what pizza supposedly meant inside Hollywood's secret language, tying it to trafficking rumors that felt too disturbing to repeat. And when the Pizzagate conspiracy erupted during the 2016 election cycle, the whispers became a roar. Message boards filled with claims that elites were part of a hidden cult harming children, stories so extreme they shocked even seasoned conspiracy watchers. Politicians like Hillary Clinton forcefully denied every allegation, launching statements and investigations to shut the rumors down, while fact-checkers debunked the claims. Still, in certain corners of the internet, believers never let it go. Years later, they're back online saying they were right all along, convinced the truth was buried instead of disproved. And just when things seemed ready to fade again, an old clip of Mel Gibson resurfaced like a ghost from another era. In it, he spoke with a strange urgency, hinting at secrets he said he couldn't fully reveal, naming shadows without naming names. The video spread overnight, racking up millions of views, people pausing every frame, replaying every word, searching for hidden meaning. Some called it proof he'd been warning the world for years. Others said it was reckless speculation that fueled panic without evidence. But the clip had already done its damage. It dragged old rumors back into the light, made forgotten theories trend again, and left audiences staring at their screens in uneasy silence, wondering if they'd just heard a warning, or the beginning of something far more dangerous.
I was in my mid-20s the first time I really came over here. You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on, because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand. And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town. Surely that couldn't be, because, and then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. That couldn't be the reason for why so-and-so was acting like, could it? And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track with a lot of this stuff. Not specifically on track, but that you could, that some of your worst nightmares were real at the time, and you think, it does rip your life to pieces.
Does it?
If you'll let it.
Yeah.
These little heathens with no soul downstairs with horns on their head with a battering ram trying to like walls in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take very long. It's cascading on you all the time. You can't get away from certain attitudes, from certain modes of behavior that this town and the industry dictate. No matter how strong you are, you are going to be affected by this place. And I think it takes that kind of cockroach resilience. You can't get mad. You can't get mad. You can't let it get you, because you have to make a deal with everyone else, and it's almost unspoken that you are going to be f***ed over at some point.
I mean, as a matter of interest, do you think it's easier because you're an outsider who came in?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it was glaring to me, because I was an outsider.
But unfortunately for Mel Gibson, the powerful names he allegedly pointed at are said to be furious about what he revealed. And right now, rumors say he either left quietly or is staying hidden just to protect himself. And guess who is also telling him to be careful? Terrence Howard. Now, most people don't realize this, but Terrence and Mel have been very close for years. In fact, Terrence once said Mel was one of the few people who helped him rebuild his life after everything fell apart. And just like Mel, Terrence has also spoken about what he claims powerful Hollywood figures do to vulnerable people behind closed doors. For example, he accused the industry of pushing an agenda to weaken black masculinity by forcing actors into roles he felt stripped away their identity.
Lose your man card. That's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
According to Terrence Howard, many black actors are pressured into humiliating compromises just for a shot at surviving in Hollywood, and sometimes he claims the pressure even includes forcing them into dresses to mock their masculinity on camera. During Terrence's appearance on Revolt TV while promoting his movie The System, he said the industry views black men as threats, which is why, in his view, it keeps trying to strip away their power. He argued that under this new formula, male characters are pushed to seem weak or overly soft so they never look strong or commanding. He claimed white actors are still allowed to play dominant heroes, but black actors rarely get the same treatment. And he finished by saying he refuses to change who he is just to fit someone else's script, insisting Hollywood should broaden its stories so men can keep their dignity while still honoring women's beauty at the same time.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, he wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f*** you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a...
If what Mel Gibson has been warning about for years is even partly true, then tonight's story isn't entertainment, it's a warning flare. Because when a man starts talking about secrets powerful people don't want exposed, the first thing that disappears isn't the truth, it's the man. And now with Terrence Howard urging him to stay safe, the question gets louder. Why would anyone be afraid of words, unless those words point somewhere real? We watched the Jeffrey Epstein headlines explode. We saw documents surface, names whispered, stories half told, and quickly buried. Yet the deeper pattern still hides in plain sight. Careers get destroyed overnight. Interviews vanish. Clips are wiped. And the public moves on before the full story is ever spoken. That's how power survives, through distraction, through silence, through fear. So don't just watch this and scroll away. Question everything. Compare the timelines. Listen to what Mel said years ago and what Terrence is saying now. Ask why certain voices are mocked while others are protected. Because if these warnings are lies, they should collapse under facts. But if they're true, then someone somewhere is terrified you're hearing them tonight. Share this video. Start conversations. Refuse to forget tomorrow what shocked you today. Because truth only survives when ordinary people refuse to look away. Stay alert. Stay loud. Stay awake. Because the next person trying to speak out might already be deciding whether it's worth risking everything to be heard. And if nobody listens, the silence they leave behind may tell us more than any confession ever could.